Hi everyone, this is Marco from bn-games.com, here doing a bit of a 2-in-1 video, both a site update and an unboxing. We actually just got back from purchasing two of these Elgato Game Capture HD boxes. For those of you that have been following our videos for about the last 2 years, you've seen footage recorded off of the Hotbog HD PVR, which has been more than sufficient and gotten us to the point where we are today, but we're definitely way past due for an upgrade. We've heard nothing but great things about the Elgato, and personally what cemented the purchase for us was the recent addition of support for classic game consoles through a software update and additional cables, which allow for recording through S-Video and RCA of classic consoles. So now that this device supports this, we feel like it meets all of our requirements and we can definitely use it in our process. So this video is strictly an unboxing, but do expect a proper review from us within the coming days as we get more familiar with the device. We feel like we can touch on the classic capture game portion of this device mostly, since most of the people on YouTube who have video reviews of the device seem to primarily focus on current generation console recording, and having 2 years of experience capturing classic consoles through the Hotbog, I believe we can give much input into how well this handles the task of recording classic consoles, and possibly if it has any shortcomings. So at this point, let's get to the unboxing. Looking at the box, you have a very sleek and simple black design. It is very reminiscent of an Apple device box. In the back, you're presented with the device functions, technical specifications, and the system requirements. Now, an important thing to note is that while this device does support HDMI recording, the signal must be unencrypted, meaning that you will have to record you will be able to record Xbox 360 and Wii U gameplay, but not PS3 gameplay due to DHCP encryption. Also, you must have a TV which has an HDMI input, as this is the only way that you will be able to view the gameplay as you're recording. Also, with the newer software updates, you will also be able to record 480i and 240i resolutions through the RCA portion of this device. The last thing that you see on the back of the box is a list of the included components. With this device, you will receive the Elgato Game Capture HD, a quick start guide, a USB cable, an HDMI cable, which is a very nice addition, and a PS3 cable, a component cable which can be used to record an RCA input. You can also see on the back of the box that there is Mac support and Windows 7 support, though I have verified that there are drivers to get this device working with Windows 8. One thing to note is that there is no included software in the package itself, meaning you will need an active internet connection in order to download the device software, which you will need to use the device. Opening the inner box reveals a quick access guide which covers device setup, software downloads, and basic usage. It's definitely quite easy to follow and it's very well written. One of the important things that we love about this device is the amount of support that Elgato gives to it. Having worked in the field of product support myself, this definitely means a lot. Many of the companies I've worked for in the past, I have absolutely no problem saying gave some of the worst product support I've ever seen. So it's definitely refreshing to see a company that strives to answer and document so many of the product features, especially for a device in this price range. Elgato definitely knows what its customer base needs and has no problem providing support. Here we have the game capture device itself. It is quite small and compact. On the top you have an HDMI out port which goes to your TV. You also have a micro USB type B connection which both powers the device and sends the data, which is a really nice touch. On the opposite side, you have an HDMI in port, which only works with unprotected sources, such as the Xbox 360 and the Wii U. Now, there are ways to strip this encoding from the PS3, and we will likely create a video showing how to get around this, as this would still result in a much cleaner video signal. Regardless of that, you can still use the AV-in connector here, in which you can use 2 of the included cables to record. The device itself is quite light, and it's made of aluminum. For a size comparison, here we have an iPhone 5. Now you can see that they stack up pretty close, and in fact the phone is a little bit heavier. When comparing it to our old Hauppauge HD PVR, you really get to see how much of a difference you're dealing with. The Hauppauge is quite large and bulky, and in fact I felt like if you were to drop both of these, the Elgato would be much more likely to survive, as the Hauppauge feels way cheaper even though you have the obvious size difference. You do have a couple of more connections with the Hauppauge, but it's still not sufficient enough for you not to get this Elgato, and definitely not enough for us to want to keep it. Continuing with the box contents, you get a PS3 video cable, which allows you to record up to 1080p analog signals. Looking at the cable itself, one of the ends looks similar to an S-Video connector, while the other end is the standard PS3 connection. Now, we don't know whether this will work on a PS2 or PS1, as we haven't had any time to test it yet, but we really wouldn't be surprised if it did work. We'll definitely cover this in our review and make sure to make mention of it. The next cable you get is a standard HDMI to HDMI cable. The cable itself is pretty standard fare, 1.3A cable with a very good quality feel to it. The next cable you receive is a component adapter. This cable will allow you to record anything which has an analog signal, including RCA. This is great as most of the current and even the last generation systems supported this video format, so it will make things quite easy to record. You can also use the 2 red sides and the 1 white side in order to record from RCA signal, which is great for classic consoles, though they do sell a proper RCA and S-Video connector which fits into the S-Video styled connector on this device. Now we have ordered that, and we should be getting that within a couple of days, and we'll make sure to talk about that as well in our video review. The last cable that you receive is a very nice quality USB cable. These devices currently retail for about $150 at many online and physical retailers do sell it, but we do have to warn you to be wary, as some of the places do sell it for substantially more. We got lucky that we were able to pick it up for the cheapest online price in a retail location, although we did have to drive quite a ways. We would say the safest thing to do in this situation would be to check Amazon, as they seem to consistently have the cheapest prices, cheaper even than directly from Elgato. Now, as far as the cable which we ordered, that cable at this point appears to only be available from Elgato directly, so definitely check out their website if you are looking to get that. And that cable, as of this recording, does retail for around $10. With these two additions, we should be tripling our video output, as we now have access to a video recorder, which will allow us to enable around our hectic work schedules. Hopefully this also means that we will get to see a larger variety of videos, as well as videos of larger scope and with hopefully more polish. We will be testing these devices extensively and do plan to review it once we feel that we have a grasp of how well they work and how well they fit into our particular workflow. Well everyone, thanks for watching, please subscribe and let us know what you think.